Well, hello and welcome. I'm Scott Bacon, our Senior Vice President for Strategic Operations at JU. And first off, just thank you to everyone for being here today for the historic news for both Jacksonville University and the city of Jacksonville. I know your time is valuable, so let's go ahead and dive right in. It's my privilege now to introduce the man who ushered us to this moment. Jacksonville University President Tim Cost invested over 30 years on senior management teams at some of the largest and most successful Fortune 500 companies in the world, including PepsiCo, Bristol-Myers Squibb, Johnson & Johnson, Pfizer, and Kodak. During his time in Jacksonville, he has served as the chairman of the board at the Jacksonville Civic Council and JAX USA, and served on regional boards including the Federal Reserve Bank of Atlanta, Guidewell Florida Blue, Brooks Rehabilitation, and the Jacksonville Chamber of Commerce. Over the course of his 9+ years as president at JU, the Arlington area has enjoyed hundreds of millions of dollars in economic development, including the creation of the Renew Arlington redevelopment plan. Here to announce the university's next strategic move in collaboration with the city of Jacksonville, please welcome Jacksonville University Class of 1981, President Tim Cost.
Thank you. Thank you, everyone. Thank you all for coming out. It's a terrific turnout on a drizzly day, so we're very grateful to have you here. Jacksonville University stays out in Arlington most of the time, so it's a pleasure to be invited here today. Mr. Mayor, thank you for joining us. I'd like to thank a number of people. It's a large group of VIPs. It's a room of VIPs, so if you'll bear with me, certainly Charlie Kofer, our public defender, City Council President Sam Newby, thank you for being here. Terrence Freeman, City Council President-elect, and so many City Council members I just saw as we were coming in the door. So many members of our distinguished legal community, the Women's Law Association, D.W. Perkins Bar, the Young Lawyers section of the Florida Bar. I want to thank our Jacksonville University Board of Trustees for being here today. Many members of our faculty and campus leadership are here. Our cabinet, our executive cabinet is here today. A number of leaders of the city businesses. Legal aid advocate, great friend, JU alum Mike Freed of Gunster is going to be speaking to you in a moment, and the Jacksonville Bar Association President Michael Orr, also head of Board of Governors, is here today. So thank you all. I'd like to just give you about a minute or two on what's going on at the university because it'll put in context why are we here today to announce this next step. You know, we set out several years ago to shape Jacksonville University as the premier private university in the region. One that could play a vital role in business leadership, partnership, elected official support, everything that I thought a private university should do, especially with the quality of the senior management team that we had put together. So over the past 10 years, as Scott said, going back to October of 12, we've invested over $100 million, Jacksonville University has, on the campus of Jacksonville University in Arlington. We're only about 6 minutes from here. People always think it's 20 minutes away. We've also been privileged to play a central role in attracting an additional several $100 million more into a project that's now been called Renew Arlington. And that work continues even just this morning. We bought 40 more acres to our south to bring the total number to 250 acres right there on the St. Johns River, which we moved to in 1950. We then expanded to a downtown campus here over what's now the ViStar Tower 5 years ago. Then we opened up our Palm Coast location where we teach graduate level courses just last year. And we created a state-of-the-art simulation center, which many of you may not have been to yet, over next to Brooks Rehabilitation on University Boulevard. And we are considering several more locations for Jacksonville University between Jacksonville and south of here. Dozens of new in-demand programs have been launched just in the past couple of years in the places you'd expect us to: business, healthcare, arts, technology, and public policy. We've just finished 3 consecutive years of the all-time highest rankings in our history in U.S. News and World Report, 2019, 2020, and 2021. And our return on investment statistics that I'm particularly proud of after 32 years in corporate America, as measured by every credible organization, places us among the very top leaders in this state with 30 private universities and 12 publics. Back in October of 2012, when the board voted for a new president and we started this whole journey, Jacksonville University had 3 colleges then and had 5 schools. and had 2 institutes. But I would tell you, I thought we had a fairly traditional footing. I'd been raised in the Northeast, had my business life in New York and Philadelphia and other places, and the role of the private university in the great cities. There simply isn't a great city that doesn't have a premier private university, and I thought we could do much more than we'd been doing. So we saw an opening to build and accelerate what we've been doing in those areas of healthcare, business, and technology. And we've been reaching out pretty relentlessly to a lot of the people in this room and to others over the last 10 years. We thought we could help Jacksonville go forward in a different way. We thought there was something the university could do to play well beyond higher education. So just in this past couple of years, we first created the programs, in some cases school, and in all cases graduates. And this is what has been created just in the last handful of years while we've all been about our daily lives. Programs in nursing, speech pathology, public policy, mental health counseling, occupational therapy, physical therapy, data science, engineering, digital game design, AI, VR, fintech, respiratory care, and implant dentistry, all in the last few years. And what those all have in common is you will take those at our university, you will do well, and you'll get a job. So there are a lot of roles for private universities in America. We thought we'd carve a slightly different path. And so following all that, we don't have 3 colleges anymore. We have 4 up until a minute ago. We don't have 5 schools anymore. We have 11. And the 2 places where we call what we call the work that Rick Mullaney does and the work that Quint White does, those are called institutes. And that's extraordinary work that they do there. All along, the goal was, could you be tight and focused and regionally attractive, not sprawling and generic and trendy, and so far so good. I'm pleased today to open a new chapter in what's going on at Jacksonville University, and hopefully a good thing for this city. We are announcing today that this fall, Jacksonville University, in its 88th year, will launch its 5th college and doctoral program, the Jacksonville University College of Law, located here in downtown, offering the 3-year Juris Doctor degree. It's the state's first new law school in more than 20 years, and we believe it meets a crucial need in the higher education landscape and in our regional workforce. The first classes in this new JU College of Law will begin this fall in our current downtown location at the ViStar Tower, close by the Duval County Courthouse, and co-located near, as you all know, many of the area's most prominent companies, organizations, and law firms. This means that legal resources and experiential learning opportunities available through the courthouse are less than a 10-minute walk from where our students will take class. This location also offers convenience for professionals who work downtown who want to further their education. Students of the JU College of Law will have access to the first-rate legal library in the Duval County Courthouse, thank you, along with the digital resources accessed through electronic databases, including LexisNexis, with whom we've already had conversations. Our law school will also be close to the federal courthouse, the state attorney's office, the public defender's office, legal aid, city hall, and many of our city's biggest and best law firms. This downtown location, we believe, offers our law students the chance to study and learn and experience firsthand legal system and the surrounding business community. The Jacksonville University College of Law is going to focus on quality. The classes will be small, the academic standards will be high, and the tuition will be competitive. Our inaugural class will consist of 20 to 30 students this fall, with an annual tuition price of $36,000, with scholarships of up to $14,400 for every student. And at the same time, we are putting together additional private scholarship funding right now to lower these costs to students even further. By the fall of 2024, as that class reaches its 3rd year, we expect to have 140 to 150 students total in all 3 years, L1, L2, L3, a residency approach to L3. By 2027, we expect to be teaching a total of some 400 students in our law school, and by then we'll have secured a larger, dedicated home for the College of Law here in downtown, and those discussions are already underway. In line with the accreditation protocols of the American Bar Association, our JU College of Law will begin the accreditation process in the spring of 2023 with the appropriate counsel of the ABA. Our goal is to achieve conditional approval of accreditation by the time our first class of graduates graduates in 2024, standard practice. And if you're wondering, accreditation is not new to our university. We hold 14 specialized national accreditations already across the dozens of fields of study, and we have 3 more pending. We believe the field of law connects well to the core disciplines we teach right now. It's part of what caused us to come toward this. How many people we all know who are CEOs of high-tech healthcare companies who have law backgrounds, or the head of corporate affairs at Florida Blue with a law background, or at FIS, or at Black Knight with law backgrounds. People who work at our own university, head of public policy, the head of human resources, the head of economic development, all with law backgrounds. I'm proud of every one of them. And we're trying to link them to what we teach well and what I think we're known well for here: business, healthcare, technology, communications, marine science, criminal justice, and public policy, to name a few. So look for the JD, Masters in Public Policy, JD, MBA, JD, Masters in Healthcare, JD, Masters in Marine Science, and on and on. We think the law degree provides versatile executives. So we're excited about this new opportunity to teach and to learn, to partner, and to serve. All of this wouldn't be possible without some friends who've helped us a great deal along the way. I want to thank our colleagues at ViStar, especially Brian Wolfberg, who's been a great person to deal with in what we currently do and what we're going to do there. I want to offer our thanks to several people who've listened to us work our way and map our way through this strategy for the last several years. To Lori Boyer and everyone at the DIA, to our good friends in Arlington, Councilwoman Joyce Morgan and Councilman Ron Salem, to our many colleagues at the Civic Council that we talked to about this strategy over and over. Law, medicine, dental, veterinary, pharmacy. What does this region need the most? Especially in my conversations with their chairman, John Delaney, and with CEO Gene Miller, also both attorneys. To Daniel Davis and his great help at the Chamber of Commerce as we've thought our way through this over the last few years. And to Andre Wallace at Jax USA. To our own law firm, who's been our general counsel for 5 presidents, and will probably be there after I'm gone, Alexander DeGance Barnett. To Mark Alexander, Michelle Barnett. To the Chief Administrative Officer here, Brian Hughes, for his valuable input and bent to act, which I appreciated. To so many members of the City Council that are here who offered us their thoughts. And to some informal advisors in cities like Tallahassee and Tampa, hugely helpful in our thinking here. Many of these individuals I know are thankful this day has finally come. I have badgered them and asked them questions and tried different strategies on them for years. But I was interested in what they thought was the evolving practice of law, the state of law schools in this country, community needs, job opportunities, and so forth. I thank them all, and I hope we listened well. I also want to recognize and thank the dozens of JU graduates who are part of this energized group called Dolphin Lawyers, and who shared their very clear insights with me through our planning process, including many judges who graduated from Jacksonville University, went on to outstanding law schools, and achieved their judgeships. To Judge Flower and Judge Centerfit, who are both JU grads who are here today, thank you for being here. I want to thank our very talented Board of Trustees who voted to move forward with this. And I want to thank my board chair friend, Jamie Shelton, the president of Best Bet Jacksonville, who helped work our way through an energetic, ambitious discussion at the board level, whether Jacksonville University should move toward a 5th college. And we're glad to be here. To the JU faculty, who voted twice to go forward with this, once in November, once in January, I thank them. And I thank a gentleman who served with distinction for 4 decades here in this town, general counsel, and as a trial lawyer and as a prosecutor, and now the head of our Public Policy Institute, Rick Mullaney. And finally, now allow me please to recognize and thank a leader who's instrumental in helping make all of this possible and making it possible that it would happen now, our mayor. I'm in my 10th year in this job, and Lenny Curry has been a solid and regular and reliable supporter of higher education since I arrived here in late 2012. He's been a popular commencement speaker for us and a great friend to JU. He's taken his fair share of golf cart tours with me across 250 acres of that campus and over 1 million square feet. And he's asked me a lot of hard questions about what were our ambitions, what were our plans, what were our programs, always, what can we do to make Jacksonville better? I appreciated that. When I consulted with the mayor last year regarding this exact plan we're rolling out today, to launch a JU College of Law in downtown Jacksonville, he was immediately enthusiastic about the idea and what it might mean for our city, and he offered to help us. And for that, sir, we are grateful. He pledged his full support to partner with us in building something that we believe could have a positive impact on students, on business, the university, the legal community, and the city of Jacksonville. So please, now join me in welcoming forward to the podium with my thanks and appreciation, Mayor Lenny Curry.
Well, good afternoon. President Cost, you thanked a lot of people here today that were instrumental in what you've accomplished over the years and this announcement today. But I think we need to thank you. Everybody, this is not possible, none of this without your vision. Your vision and your action. Things get done. Just want to acknowledge Chamber President Daniel Davis. Our council president, Sam Newby, was here. I think he stepped into another meeting. Our Vice President, Terrence Freeman, I believe, is here, and a number of members of the City Council. Thank you for being here. Thank you for all your support and what we've done over the last few years, and particularly for our support of downtown. I'm incredibly excited to help announce this landmark addition to Jacksonville University. The Jacksonville University College of Law serves as a much-needed addition to the Jacksonville community and to our downtown landscape. Believe it or not, Jacksonville is currently the largest city in the United States that does not have a law school. Currently, students who want to become lawyers must leave our region in order to pursue their legal education. And our young professionals currently lack the quality resources and opportunities to add a JD to their credentials. Too often, our young talent must leave to pursue opportunities elsewhere, and often they don't return. One of the most important resources Jacksonville has is its pool of smart, young talent. We need to do everything we can to foster their careers, provide them with the resources and tools right here in Jacksonville to reach their goals. This College of Law will offer a prime opportunity for current residents and serve as a magnet to attract talent back into our city, into right here into downtown. Jacksonville continues to be on the forefront of incredible levels of economic growth. We're consistently ranked among the top 5 places for job seekers and young professionals and the top 20 best places to start a business. We need to foster this growth by continuing to invest in the booming industries of the day. We've seen tremendous progress in recent years with the introduction of a major national corporation headquarters in our downtown skyline. Organizations like ViStar and FIS continue to show their commitment to building up our downtown. This College of Law, located in the heart of downtown, will serve as another attraction and resource for members of all spheres, public, private, and academic. The legal sector has seen unprecedented growth in recent years. Job growth continues to occur at a rate of almost 10%. The demand for a JD has skyrocketed, and national studies have shown that currently, for every 6 law school graduates, there are roughly 10 jobs. I was asked earlier, I have a degree in accounting, if I thought about going into law. Maybe this will be my next act. That was a joke. JDs are incredibly flexible, and a background in legal studies is applicable to more than just future lawyers. Of the CEOs of the Fortune 500 companies, roughly 10% have a JD, meaning that a legal education can be the missing link for future leaders. JU saw this need and potential in Jacksonville and has taken the steps to meet it. This College of Law, located in the heart of downtown, will source our local agencies, partners, and firms with generations of quality lawyers and will be a vital resource for professionals looking to make the next step in their career. No longer will students and professionals be forced to choose between Jacksonville and their education. My administration and our partners are committed to ensuring that Jacksonville remains on the cutting edge of these growing industries. That is why we are committing $5 million in public support for this new College of Law. This College of Law will be a vital resource for Jacksonville's industries, downtown, and growth in the region. The support provided by the city in the form of a first-year grant and a continued loan will help kickstart this new law school and turn it into the premier source of legal education in this region. This is not just an investment in a storied Jacksonville institution, but it's an investment in our youth, our professionals, and our growth as a regional hub. Again, I want to thank all the partners for being here today, everyone that's contributed to this, and again, President Koss, for your leadership and your action.
Thank you, Mayor Curry. Thank you, President Koss, for this momentous news here today. The Jacksonville University College of Law will strengthen our community in several ways, including critical support for affordable legal services. Our next speaker knows firsthand how a quality law school serves as a vital resource within our legal system. Mike Freed is a board-certified business litigator and a shareholder with the Gunster Law Firm. He is the past president of the Jacksonville Bar Association and is the current president of the National Conference of Bar Presidents. Mike works hand in hand with the legal aid community through extensive pro bono work, and his marquee annual fundraiser, Freed to Run, has now raised over $1.9 million to date to provide free legal services. And let's not forget, he's a Jacksonville University alum. Please welcome to the podium, Mike Freed.
Well, what an exciting day for the city of Jacksonville and for Jacksonville University. This is an amazing day for the city, taking a huge step to fill the justice gap in our city. The justice gap is a phrase that is used to describe the poor and indigent in our community that go without assistance on some of your most basic civil legal matters. Everyone's familiar with the concept that you can have a lawyer appointed for you in criminal matters by a public defender, and our public defender's office does a great job in that respect. But there's no similar right to the appointment of legal counsel to help you with civil matters. The civil matters I'm referring to include, but aren't limited to, domestic violence matters, home and housing issues, guardianship, healthcare issues where pediatric patients need assistance to navigate the insurance and other processes so that they can get vital medical treatment, and immigration matters, just to name a few. These are basic and sometimes not so basic matters that impede our neighbors from providing for their families and for becoming vibrant members of our community. Jacksonville Area Legal Aid and Three Rivers Legal are two organizations that do an amazing job of providing legal services to the indigent in our community, but they barely scratch the surface. Last year alone, Jacksonville Area Legal Aid had 6,500 cases that they handled. A small fraction. They turned away thousands and thousands of more clients and people that were in need. They can't do it alone. A law school, and law students in particular, are critical to the delivery of civil legal aid to our most vulnerable neighbors. A city the size of Jacksonville without a vibrant law school is at a disadvantage. By investing in and getting behind JU Law, the city is performing a vital community service and will get a huge return on what is a modest investment. Mayor Curry, I congratulate you on the wise decision to endorse this project, and it's a very exciting day for Jacksonville.
Thank you, Mike. Appreciate all the work you do to support the Jacksonville Area Legal Aid and all the support for your alma mater. Our final speaker today is an experienced litigator and an engaged leader working to strengthen and advance the legal profession. Michael Orr serves as the president of the Jacksonville Bar Association and is one of two lawyers elected by the lawyers and judges in Duval, Clay, and Nassau counties to the Florida Bar Board of Governors, which oversees and governs the more than 110,000 lawyers licensed here in Florida. He has been recognized by Best Lawyers in America, Florida Trend Legal Elite, Florida Super Lawyers, and a host of other publications and organizations for his legal accomplishments. Please welcome to the podium Managing Partner of Orr Cook, Michael Orr.
Thank you, thank you. On behalf of the thousands of lawyers in our area, we are excited to hear of this announcement from the city and from Jacksonville University. The Jacksonville Bar has been around since 1897, and many leaders of our great city have been members of the bar. One of the bar's core missions is to aid in the administration of justice, and Jacksonville University having a law school furthers that mission. You heard from Mr. Freed, the community benefits with more lawyers able to service needs, and it's critical. But it does not end with students helping lawyers. For example, our state's legislature right now is considering what funds to allocate to various initiatives, programs, and the judicial branch is one of the branches of government that they're looking at. And they have a finite amount of resources to allocate, and the judiciary is in need of those resources. But a school like the Jacksonville University College of Law can provide resources that the state's legislature cannot. They can provide students helping the judiciary, and the judiciary can help the students with mentorship and training. There are a number of things that can be done to ease the massive workloads that our judiciary are now balancing. The pandemic has created more in the way of backup in that regard. But giving our judges and our court system the opportunity to use the law school and its students as a resource benefits our city. It benefits everyone. As an owner of a law firm and someone who represents lawyers, I can tell you that the legal industry is no different than every other industry and what they're experiencing right now with labor shortages. Competition for labor in the legal industry is fierce, and if you look at just about any recent study or poll on the legal profession, recruiting and staffing issues will be among the top risks to a law firm's viability and to the judicial system. If Jacksonville's lawyers cannot service their clients' needs, then it is the client that suffers. Law students provide a tremendous contribution to law firms, and just like medical students who can provide some clinical care, law students can assist and potentially close that ever-growing access to justice gap in our city. There's a tangible value measured best by looking at the other cities in our state and around the country who have thriving law schools supporting their legal needs. Look at the top 10. See how many of them have law schools and see how invested those cities are in their schools and the schools in the cities. Jacksonville University has been a staple of this community for several decades, just like the Jacksonville Bar has been. JU has been a local leader in undergraduate, graduate, and doctoral programs, delivering top-notch training to some of our city's best and brightest. A law school is the logical next step. The opportunity to collaborate in the future has us eagerly waiting the development of this project. We're excited for what the future holds, and having the dedicated team at JU focused on this initiative means a great deal to our legal community. Thank you to Mayor Curry and to the City of Jacksonville for their tremendous leadership and support, and thank you to Jacksonville University for recognizing an immense need in our justice system. Thank you.
Thank you, Michael. And thank you to everybody for joining us here today for this exciting new chapter for both Jacksonville University and the City of Jacksonville, who we're so proud to partner with. We look forward to sharing updates on the launch of the College of Law. Our inaugural class begins their courses this fall. For more information on the program, including student applications, please visit ju.edu/law. Again, thank you to everyone for coming out here today. Have a wonderful afternoon.